In this video, we're going to be talking about natal sun in Aries and what this placement means for you if you have it in your chart. And when the sun is in Aries, it's considered exalted. And this is because the sun represents energy levels and it represents our ego as well. And so when the sun is in Aries, which is the sign of identity and self and physical, this is all about somebody that would tend to have high and constant levels of physical energy. And in some cases, it can even show heightened physical strength. So those are traits that you may have. You could be stronger than your average peer. And you're more of a physical person. And Aries is all about competition. It's all about objectives. It's all about doing things and accomplishing things. And it's ruled by Mars, which is all about action. So when the sun is in Aries, this shows somebody that is competitive, direct, honest, and self-reliant. And Aries is all about focus. So the sun shows energy, and when it's in Aries, this shows that you're somebody that directs all your energy in one place at a time. But you can be impatient, though. And sometimes there is no rhyme, strategy, or reason to your overall impulses and to your actions. And so overall, you can be somebody that is focused, does things, and does a lot of things, but overall your strategy can be a little bit scattered, or you can be doing a lot of different things, being inspired in a lot of different directions. And that's because when the sun is in Aries, it's in the 9th from its own sign. And the 9th is mutable fire, and mutable is about change or being scattered. And the 9th house is all about inspiration. So another trait of Aries sun signs is that they always follow their inspirations or their philosophy or their own personal experience. You guys like to do things and learn things from experience. And there's also just a tendency to clash with authority for that reason. And the reason why is because Aries is the sign that's square to Capricorn. And you guys like to do things in the way that you see them. And a lot of times this leads Aries to always want to climb to a position of authority or of power or status themselves, especially when it comes to their career or to their work lives. Now, finally, Aries shows leadership as well, because it shows somebody that's self-reliant and that doesn't mind standing alone in their approach to things if people don't see things the same way as them. In fact, they're not even aware of this tendency. You're not aware even when you're standing alone. It's just something that comes natural to you because you can't imagine doing things in any other way than how you perceive them. So this allows you to be in situations that other people feel intimidated or would be scared to stand out. And the sun in Aries, though, shows that you're not afraid to stand out because you're just focused on how you want to do things. And you can't imagine doing it any other way. So finally, since the sun is in the 9th from its own sign, this shows somebody that is passionate about experience, passionate about wisdom and knowledge as well. So Aries suns, they like to learn things. They like knowledge a lot, and that's something that people don't see on the surface. They like to learn about how to live a successful life or like an inspiring life, and they are passionate about abundance. They're motivated by abundance and excess. So Aries, all their actions comes from this desire to live a inspiring or like a story-like life, and to have a lot of experiences or to acquire a lot of abundance. Aries is right next to the sign of Taurus. So to really sum it up, these are highly ambitious individuals. And on a side note, as I was saying before, some random facts about you growing up or even as an adult is that you always had a tendency to clash with authorities, especially ones that have a completely different approach to how you see things, or that get in the way of you doing things in a way that's comfortable to you, because you just have a hard time changing your approach. It just doesn't come naturally to you. So my advice is that you need to become in a position of authority yourself. And that's the tendency that Aries sun will gravitate to. People follow Aries a lot of times. People are guided by them because they have this strong aura of leadership. So in order to not clash with authorities, they need to get into a spot or a position where they are the ones in charge. So one last thing about Aries being square to Cancer, which is the sign of family, but it's also the sign of emotions. And Aries is also square to Capricorn, which is the opposite sign of Cancer, which has to do with the emotions of others. So the challenge that Aries faces with emotions, like they tend to have difficulty with how to deal with emotions, or how to navigate them, or how to not allow them to get in the way of them doing things. And a lot of times this could be the emotions of other people. And this is due to their direct approach being hard to handle for others, emotionally speaking. And also in terms of how to deal with their own emotions in a way that's not going to create issues or like make them appear wrong to other people. So that's the last thing about Aries.